So now that the Humanising Truck Driver campaign has launched, what were the driving forces behind the campaign?
We had a project which identified if we want people to be safe around a truck, they need to see the person in the truck and humanise the truck.
So HVIA has supported NRSPP in launching this campaign about humanising truck drivers. How important do you think it is for other road users to hear messaging like that?
The person that sits behind the wheel makes the whole thing operate, makes this whole industry tick. So I think this campaign's really, really important to enable people to get an understanding of who that person is.
We talk about it almost every day, how we'd love people to know what we go through and what it's like to be in a truck. So to actually get somebody to listen to us and put our word across, it's amazing. It's finally putting your experiences out in the public so that everyone around us is not so nervous.
Well, as a Melbourne boy who lived through the lockdowns of COVID, we discovered very quickly what an essential service truck drivers and truck driving is.
The importance for me is just to change that stigma I feel within the community on truck drivers. And I think often we just lose the understanding that they are humans and trying to do their job very safely.
We wanted to really hone in those almost like mundane, simple pleasures. Do you think having that sense of like relatability between the audience and that connection can help foster a sense of empathy on the road?
I think it would. I think it does, because I think a lot of people just see the big machinery. They don't actually visualise it as like there's a human inside it. For people to see that we've got families outside of it, I think it's really important, you know.
That messaging, I think, really captures the spirit of what the campaign's trying to achieve.
These are the same people ordering things online like us and buying things at the supermarket. It's another occupation, but it's got huge ramifications if it goes wrong.
What parts do you think will really resonate with the public?
I think it's having the message come from the drivers.
Yeah, and what do you want to see going forward from this?
I'd really like to see people viewing truck drivers as a bona fide profession and a career in the industry. I'd like to see people aspiring to become truck drivers, trucking professionals themselves.
I think at a fundamental level, just simply looking at a truck and considering how can I share the road safely with a heavy vehicle. If we can just spark that sort of thought, I think we're winning.
I'd like them just to see it, give them a nod, recognise that they have a right to work on the roads and generate a living and to do it in a safe way and enjoy their workplace. And to do that, we need to do our part and everyone else just to make their lives easier.
What do you hope you'll see more in the future from drivers? Or is there any other message you'd like to push to other road users?
Just think that everybody should just take their time on the roads. It's better to leave 5 minutes early than leave 10 minutes late and rush. Because when you're rushing, you're doing things that are irrational, and unfortunately, you're putting people's lives at risk. And they mightn't think that at the time, but they might cause an accident and be driving down the freeway, and behind them, they're left mayhem. And the poor driver or innocent people around them have to pick up the pieces. And nobody wants that. So I just wish everybody would be just a little bit more respectful on the roads, even some trucks. Because some trucks sometimes are a little bit bigger than cars and maybe be a little bit aggressive. But it's more that the trucks know what they want to do. So they've got to get into a position and do it. Whereas cars think, oh, what's he doing? Is he doing it? What should I do? And there's that, panic. I just wish everyone would work together and just be a bit more patient. If everyone's a bit more patient and leave 5 minutes earlier to go to work, you'll be right.